KO interrupting Sammy to come out and say that he believes he can win the Royal Rumble, and when he wins the Royal Rumble, he wants to verse him, and he knows that Sammy will always have his back, just like he always has Roman Reigns' back. Nah. Nope, there's more to this. Something's going on. He's about to pull a fast one on him. I don't believe it. Pipe bomb. What is up, my good people? Welcome back to my channel. What a fucking week it has been. We lost an app. We came back from an app.
Oh my god.
Had another Penta match this week that he won, which, let me tell you, I was not familiar with his work. And he is now one of my favorite wrestlers. We got Sheamus and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship on Saturday, and I feel like that they are going to have Sheamus win just because he's been talking about it for so long, and I don't really think it's a surprise that he is coming to the end. I'm not saying he's retiring tomorrow, and I believe he just signed for another 5 years, but I wouldn't say he's got like 10 years left. I mean, maybe if he's using them Superman stem cells that Rey Mysterio's been using, because that man is fucking 50 and moves in the ring like he's like 25. But we got Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley for the women's world title. We have Braun Strowman. Woo! We got Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. This is a match I want to talk about. This is a match that I want to see. Solo showed up after losing to Ulafala and showing he was not the tribal chief, and he got pretty much booed out the stadium, and I think that he kind of made a statement because the way he walked off, even though it was given like baby girl sad vibes, like it kind of reminded me of how Roman gets when like people don't want to listen to him. I don't know what that means for Solo, but Jacob then cut a promo in the ring after and stated that this is just the beginning, and like everybody, including myself, was trying to figure out who was he talking to. Who was Jacob talking to, I feel like, is probably the biggest question that left us riddled on SmackDown, and truthfully, I think he was talking to Solo, but I could be wrong. I don't really know. Then we have Big Jim, not the little one. He's definitely about to have an epic solo run. I'm so excited for him. That promo he cut, he was reminding y'all he still got it like that. I really am hoping that they put like the US title or something on him in the near future, because I think that he definitely deserves it. And since we're on the topic of Usos, Jey Uso and Gunther. When Jay cut that promo last night, he had me ready to run through my fucking screen. I was like, let's fucking go. But I have this weird theory, and I did talk about it already on social media, but I didn't put it in my YouTube video yet, so I'm gonna put it in here. I think that Seth Rollins is definitely turning heel. If you saw the way that last night's Raw ended, and Karrion Kross in the background, and I just think that it's kind of a given at this point between what's going on with Drew and CM Punk, and then add like all the Bloodline and Roman shit into the mix. I also think Sami Zayn's going heel. If you missed Raw last night, which you missed a really good episode in my opinion, I think the last 2-3 Raws, especially since they started on Netflix, have been fucking cooking. I'll use the word cinema that everyone loves so much. Sami Zayn came out to the ring and declared himself for the Royal Rumble, and then got interrupted by I cannot speak tonight. Got interrupted by none other than KO himself. What did KO have to say? KO is a mass manipulator. I do believe that KO is right though, and he is right about what he was saying about Sami. I'm just not really ready for Sami to turn on the Bloodline yet. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I feel like it might be coming. I'm not really sure. If that doesn't happen, then I'm pretty sure that him and KO are about to have the feud of a lifetime. However, KO came out and said that basically he knows that Cody helped the bloodline and that's why he's beefing with him, and KO has been helping the bloodline again too, but he knows that KO is his brother, and that I can't fucking speak. Interrupted Sammy and came out and basically said that he knows that Sammy will be his brother for life, and that's his brother, and he thinks he can win the Royal Rumble. And the one thing that they haven't done together yet is they haven't main evented WrestleMania versing each other, and he knows that he's going to beat Cody for the titles at Royal Rumble, and then when Sammy wins Royal Rumble, they can finally have that moment. And he said, like, he knows basically that he's mad at Cody for helping the bloodline, and Sammy also helped the bloodline, but that's the type of person that Sami Zayn is, and that Seth Rollins made a point when talking to him that Sammy helps everybody, but he knows if it came down to it, you like my flaming hot Cheeto fingers? It's not a part of my diet. He said that even though that he knows that he's been helping Roman, that he knows that Sammy will always help him too. I'm like, huh? So basically the theory I had, or the point that I was coming to, is that Jey Uso is versing Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Sami Zayn was talking about how he wanted to hold that title again. So I have this weird theory that Sami might cost Jey the title, either now or down the line. Something's gonna happen, but I do think it would make sense, because if him and KO aren't about to feud, then I definitely see Sami turning heel and running off with KO. Here's your reminder that you will never make me hate CM Punk. You will never, ever, ever, ever make me hate or slander that man. When he cut that promo during the interview with Jackie Revin last night, instead of Hulk Hogan wanted to join the Royal Rumble, that he would throw his dusty ass out the ring and kill, or get rid, I should say, of Hulkamania for good, I was screaming. I was screaming. Fucking screaming. CM Punk is for the people, and again, I had mentioned prior, I'm not going to make this all about politics because that's not what my page is for, but what I am going to say is that CM Punk is a true ally to the LGBTQ plus community and BIPOC communities. He always stands for what is right, and he is the type of wrestler that you can feel good about supporting. I don't really give a fuck what happened to AEW, to be quite honest with you. I also don't really give a fuck what happened when he left WWE, because I don't think he was getting treated right before. That's all water under the bridge, and he's moved past it. So I feel like everybody who has this hate train against him need to also move past it, because I think that CM Punk is winning the Royal Rumble this year, and you can hear more about that on our first episode of season 2 of the Femmeslam podcast that should be dropping either tomorrow or the day after. Tonight after midnight, but we'll give it a day because we decided to yap for 3.5 hours. So by the time this video is out, a new episode will most likely be out, and if it ain't out yet, it'll be out the day after. So keep your alerts on, or stop your big toe. Really don't do that, but keep your alerts on Apple Music and Spotify, because we coming in hot this season. The Royal Rumble, however, is fucking stacked. Between Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, John Cena, CM Punk, there's going to be surprise people entering too. There have only been 2 females that have announced their Royal Rumble official and entering, which is Nia Jax and Bayley, which is also weird because they were the first 2 last year to declare themselves for the Royal Rumble. So like, I don't noticing, I guess. It's kind of interesting. It's not really what I would assume someone else would have said they were entering by now. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see like Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, all of them enter, and I'm almost positive that we're gonna see Roxanne Perez and a couple people from NXT, but I didn't really touch base on this. Actually, I don't think I talked about this at all yet. The TNA partnership, they already kind of were working with NXT, but they're now going to be working with WWE as a brand, so I'm hoping we get some Hardy action in the Rumble on the guy side. I'm pretty sure Jordan Grace is done with TNA. Pretty sure she's coming over to WWE. Whether she is going to be entering in NXT or the main roster, I think she's ready for the main roster personally, but I don't make the rules. But she was in the Royal Rumble last year, so I'm sure we're going to see her in it this year. Also, I am Team Naomi win the fucking Rumble. It's her time. It's her time to win the Rumble, so I know she didn't announce it yet, but I'm banking on my girl to win because it is time for a Naomi title run. And I will stand on that hill, die on it, because, you know, I gotta give my girl props every time I make a video. They haven't been doing her right. I think she's got a heel turn in the future, and I want to see her win the Royal Rumble. So, during this whole Chad Gable, Lucha Libre drama, he had a match, not this past episode, the week before, with Penta. He goes to Dom Mysterio for advice, which just, you know, made me giggle. But he mentioned the dark arts, and Zelina Vega and Malachi Black, or as he was known at WWE, Aleister Black, they have a wrestling school, I'm pretty sure called like the Dark Arts or Black Arts Wrestling School. So I don't know if this is just reaching, but a lot of people have been pointing out that him mentioning that to Dom Mysterio could mean that Aleister Black is about to come back to WWE, which I think would be really fucking awesome. I really enjoyed his work in AEW with the House of Black. I love the spooky shit. I mean, Rhea Ripley's my favorite female wrestler. I love the fucking spooky shit. I loved the Judgment Day before they became the street trash. So I think he's very underrated in the ring, along with Zelina, who I would also like to see in the Royal Rumble. He's very underrated in the ring, and I think that he has a lot to offer. He does martial arts. He's really good on his feet and in the ring, and he is able to tell a story. So I'm very excited to see, and I hope that he is coming back and we will see him debut soon. I assumed it was going to be after Rumble. I'm not really sure when it will happen. Also, I know everybody's on like the John Cena farewell tour. We want him to win the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's winning Rumble. I'm going to tell you why. I'm pretty sure he's going to win Elimination Chamber, because as much as I'd like to see Cody Rhodes drop that title, it's not going to fucking happen. Cody Rhodes is John Cena Jr., and he is their babyface, like, even though I think he's more of a tweener, but he is the John Cena 2.0. Cody Cena, I'll refer to him as. They're not having that man drop the titles at WrestleMania, and I think they're going to do it with John Cena. And how do they get John Cena to that point? They have him win Elimination Chamber. And why do I say that? Because he's been advertised a little too much for Elimination Chamber. A little too much for him to be winning the Rumble. That's why I say that. I do agree. I think it would be cool to see him hold a title one more time. But he's very humble. And I think that his farewell tour is more or less him. I think he's doing it to say goodbye to his fans and the company. I don't think it's so much about him, you know, trying to break that Ric Flair record. But, and speaking of the Flair, Charlotte Flair, our queen, will be back. You know, she's going to do it big. People are like, oh, she's going to come back at Saturday Night Main Event. I don't think so. I think she's coming back at Royal Rumble. Is she about to be a problem for that whole women's roster? I do love me the queen. Woo! I love me some queen, so I'm excited to see her back. I don't know if they're going to have another match for Saturday Night Main Event. They have 4 and a title signing with... Not a title signing. They have 4 and a contract signing where they're relinquishing Cody's belt and the Winged Eagle belt that Kevin's holding onto right now, and keeping it until the Rumble with Shawn Michaels in the ring. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen there? Everyone's like, oh, Shawn Michaels is going to take that hit for Triple H. That man don't need to be taking any hits. Like, trust me, I love Shawn Michaels down. I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. But have you seen the man walk? He don't need to be taking more hits. Let him be his little manager, creator, booking, whatever he does in NXT. I don't know the proper word for it, because I know he was like technically the GM, but he don't need to go down again, okay? He's had enough bumps in his life. We don't need to have somebody put him out, and he don't need a pedigree from Kevin Owens. Let's just get that straight. He don't need that. Before I wrap this up, because this has been a lot of rambling and kind of just all over the place, because I have been slacking due to the TikTok ban and everything else going on this week. Tama Tonga in a singles match against LA Knight. I believe that this should have been a match at Saturday Night Main Event, but you know, We're getting at the SmackDown before. I think Saturday Night Main Event's going to be really good. I wasn't expecting Rhea and Nia to run it back, but they have a lot of chemistry in the ring together, and they freed us of the Liv Morgan saga. They have chemistry. Rhea's defending her title, so all the Rhea haters out there, you can go touch some grace and see yourself out, because there's really not a reason for it right now, if we're being honest. Also, I promise the next video I make, I'm not going to look like I just rolled around in a bag of grass, because it's fucking almost 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. So also, I don't really understand why Bayley was moved to Raw if she was going to go against Nia Jax, when Nia Jax clearly can just move brand to brand, and she hasn't like really brought up Tiffany Stratton very much, which Tiffany took the title off her. You think that that would be a focus, but you know, again, whatever. I don't know. On SmackDown, I hope Solo says something, because I have a weird feeling that he's done with Bloodline 2.0 and that Jacob and Tama, and they're about to turn on him. Poor Tonga Loa is going to come home to a broken home, and that hurts my heart. So we're going to get that Roman Reigns return next Monday before the Rumble. Interested to see what he has to say, since he has not been on TV since he won back as Olafala. I hope we get Solo Sikoa speaking on the SmackDown before he returns, because I want to know what the fuck is going on. I mean, clearly the bloodline always leaves us on our toes, but something's going on. And I do think that Jacob and Tom are about to turn on Solo. No. Not me with heartburn because of my fucking flaming hot Cheetos. I gotta stop eating them so much. Like, I got IBS. I got stomach problems for days, and here I am eating fucking flaming hot Cheetos for lunch and dinner 3 nights a week, which is not healthy. It's not healthy. So I'm gonna go food shopping, even though I just went food shopping. I'm gonna be better. Anywho, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna be putting out more videos this week about like more specific Saturday Night Main Event predictions and Royal Rumble predictions, and I promised y'all when I hit 200 subscribers that I would give you more of my lore, and now I'm at almost 350. I said, oh, who wants to hear me yap? Who wants to listen to me yap? But like, I really appreciate all the support and love. That is it for me. This video really has been all over the place, and I'm so sorry you had to listen to it, but if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. What that trick? Good night. Goodbye. Take your medicine, drink some water. One last thing before I go. With what has been going on this week with the state of our country, I just wanted to say, if you are a part of the trans, non-binary, LGBTQ plus community, I am holding space for you. I am a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I consider myself queer because I don't like to put myself in a box, but I am here for you. I love you. I will always be a safe space for you. I'll leave some resources in this video at the end of the video. Please take care of yourself. My DMs are always open, and don't leave hate comments about our community, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is a safe space for all, and if you are hateful, then you don't need to follow me. I'm just going to be honest. I have no tolerance for any type of equality at all. So problem with the BIPOC community, with the LGBTQ community, with any minority, we're not doing that. I don't play that game. I feel very, very strongly about standing up against inequality. So see your way out. I don't got time for that here. This is a safe space. I love you all. Adios and goodbye.